So, if you have been around my channel for long enough, you may have noticed that I have a thing for Japan. Like, I have an interest in Japan. I want to go to Japan one day. One day I will be going to Japan. And I look forward to soaking in their culture, learning more about their culture. I've been, I know Duolingo doesn't have that great of a reputation, but I've been working on Duolingo for, I don't know, over 1,000 days. Um, at least once a day, trying, working on my Japanese. Right now I'm at 1,260 days. I haven't done it today yet. That's where I am. Once I do it today, I will, you know what I'm saying, complete my daily thing for today. But I have an interest in Japan. I want to go there. I want to experience that. Like I said, blah 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 blah. But the one thing that I'm bothered by right now is that there are people going in Japan that have my skin color, that share my skin color, and they're just being a nuisance in Japan and just purposely pissing off the Japanese people for content and things like that, which just really upsets me because it's like, by the time I get there, how much shit would you have fucked over for me, or for people that share my skin color? Like, how much shit would you have fucked up for foreigners that want to visit Japan legitimately or with interest, But I digress. We have a video here by Decoy that we'll be going over. It's titled "Japan Has to Finally End This," and links will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get it.
After Johnny Somali got sentenced to rot in South Korean prison, it was only a matter of time until the next imbecile took his place, as American live streamers in Japan clashed with the locals, resulting in this girl calling him a hard slur.
I've seen this meme on Twitter so often, but I haven't seen the context behind it. Every time I see this meme, it's just her saying the N-word and that's it. I don't know what the context is, which is why I haven't said anything about that meme. I haven't I haven't involved myself with that meme at all. I haven't given my opinion on it, but I'm guessing he's gonna give us some context here. So I've been waiting for some context for this shit.
Kid.
Whoa, what the?
Here it is, unedited, uncensored.
Fucking nigga!
And I feel like he deserved that. I get the feeling he deserved that, because I don't know what he did, but I get the feeling he deserved that,
No. Chill, Nana. What the?
And it is pretty messed up, as it seems they're sort of working together, but he really doesn't seem that upset. Until later, she does it again.
And she ran off.
It honestly sounds like she's giggling as she flees.
It does.
As it seems like a sort of game to her. That is, until he catches up to her.
Nakadashi. There you go. You wanna come here? You're wet. You're wet.
Am I wrong? Did he actually not do anything to deserve it? In my mind, I'm thinking, all right, foreigner in Japan, live streamer, he's probably a nuisance streamer. What did he do? Am I wrong? Did he actually do nothing to deserve it? I feel like I doubt it,
As she immediately runs to the police.
すみません。なんかそこの黒人にビールかけられて、いきなりなんかビールに後ろからビールかけられて、なんかビールの缶私の顔に当てて。
So she did it to him and runs off laughing. He catches up to her, pours beer on her. Like, she called him the nigga, what I'm saying? Like, N-word. And then runs off laughing. He catches up to her, pours beer on her, and then she immediately goes to the cops. That just sounds like something a woman would do, to be honest. Not just Japan specifically. It just sounds like something a woman would do.
嫌がったんですけど。はい、そうです。はい。
I'm gonna get him
She
down.
later went to Twitter to state, I'm just learning English. I didn't realize how offensive that was. I honestly
You didn't realize how offensive it was, but like everybody's reaction when you said it didn't give you the context clues. I thought Japanese people were great at reading the room. Isn't that part of the Japanese society? You know, being able to read the room and being able to know what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, or what not to say. Like, okay.
don't buy that. You don't stumble upon that word amongst the other 170,000 English words, shouting it in that guy's face specifically several times and get to feign, tee-hee, I didn't realize that was offensive. Now,
True.
I'm not defending physical assaults after being offended. I'm just saying I kind of despise everybody in this situation.
I don't think pouring beer on somebody is a physical assault. Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, generally wrong, or am I right? And some people might think I'm morally wrong, but am I generally wrong for thinking that pouring beer on somebody is not physical assault, or am I off on that one?
So 2 days later, she stated, I was directing it at a specific person, not everyone, so
Yeah, we see it. You're directing it specifically at him. That doesn't matter. When you say that word, she may not know this, but when you say that word, we all feel it. You know what I'm saying? We all feel it.
I regret it, and I'm sorry for offending everybody. Then eventually, she apologized to him.
Don't let her do that. Don't. You could have stopped her from bowing all that way down. You could have stopped her and be like, okay, I get it.
Can you kiss? Can you kiss?
That's too much.
No.
No.
Kiss.
Stop.
As this became his most watched clip by far, which isn't saying much. But then she followed up with, even though
I can't say anything. I mean, he has 16,000. Like, I can't say anything about that because, you know, small time streamer, small time YouTuber. But I'll get there one day.
I got down on my knees. He kept humiliating me, with others bullying me as well. As honestly,
Wait, no. What did I
me.
say? I got down on my knees and apologized, but afterwards he kept humiliating me, saying things like, if you want me to forgive you, lick my shoes or lick my fork. And you were a prostitute, so it should be easy for you. The people around him join in and that's okay, no, that's too much. Like, she was already apologizing. Like, at some point you gotta be the type of person that's like, all right, let me not carry that way. And I'm one to hold grudges. Trust me, I'm one to hold grudges. But for something like this, I'd be like, because they actually came to you and apologized once they figured out that once they really understood that they fucked up, or once they felt that they had that they should apologize because their community told them to go apologize or whatever. Like, so for whatever reason she did it. So I you know what I'm saying? After her bending down and kneeling and apologizing, I would have been that's cool. Like, the kneeling part, you could have stopped her because that's a little much. Because maybe he doesn't know how much that means to people in Japan. I don't know. Or maybe I'm thinking it means too much. I don't know. But like, you don't have to start teasing and bullying her. Like, after you understood that you know that she was apologizing and you pretty much won, quote unquote, or whatever, you gotta start being the bigger man after that. But like, all right, cool, forgive him, blah blah blah.
Me, with others bullying me as well. As honestly, you're an idiot if you think apologizing on live stream was going to make everybody angry at you suddenly say, yeah, she shouts the hard slur, but saying sorry now makes me a fan. As in no world do you need to keep interacting with somebody that obviously hates you. And I mean this from both perspectives. She not only calls you a hard slur, she calls the police, then he clip forms her on her knees in this humiliation ritual. As they're now adding subtitles to her clips, saying he poured water on her while calling him a specific animal.
はい、そうです。はい。
Well, apparently, this translation is incorrect. She said bear and
Beer,
never
yeah,
called him an
yeah.
animal, which is the sad reality of live stream clip forming, where unless you're a famous celebrity, skilled video gamer, or pretty girl, most of these live streamers simply aren't entertaining, But in the era of TikToks, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels, their only real goal is to create artificial moments of outrage to clip and repost to possibly go viral. As right after that incident, that guy got clipped taking a bike.
That's the guy that did that? I was just like, early in my stream, I just saw that shit. We just saw that shit. And I was talking about how no, it was right there. This is the one. This is the one we were talking about. He stole a bike. And then he went and harassed other people. Like he tried to harass this guy. This guy's like, what the fuck? And then he just walked off. He just drove off. Then he harassed this guy. I don't know what else he does after this. So that's the same fucking guy? Bro, we just watched this shit. I can't believe you even tried to do that, bro. So a car? You were gonna steal a car, nigga? Get into a parked car that was off? Like you were really? Come on. No wonder she called you slur, bro. You had to have done something to deserve it. Now I don't feel bad for it, assuming that.
And then continued to be a nuisance to random Japanese people. Now both threads got locked, as Reddit said, due to racial comments. As obviously this is the intention. Rage bait the public by being a nuisance in hopes that people will tune in to see you finally finding out, which seems awfully reminiscent of the other American idiot live streaming in Japan.
I hate that shit so much, bro. Cause now, cause I keep seeing this, and I'm thinking by the time I get to Japan, like Japanese people aren't gonna look at me as friendly as they would have if I was already there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, and I know that when like Johnny Somali went to Korea, and I made videos talking about that. I remember getting comments in that video saying that, you know, the Koreans look at people each individually. But I also know that not every country does that. Like here in America, people would look at like a black person doing something like black people do that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Japan. So that's just why I hate when I see people that share my skin color doing this, because I don't want to have to, like, I don't want to go to Japan and then be looking at me like, oh, another one. You know what I'm saying?
As he actually addresses this, stating the alleged bike theft was scripted.
Yeah,
I'm not Johnny Somali, which actually makes him exactly like Johnny, as he too tried to frame his antics as fake, including bothering the same girl that Johnny did.
You know Johnny Somali, right? Mr. Hiroshima Nagasaki, you know that, right? Right? Stalker, don't say nothing. Your homeless is creepy.
I'm so sick of Johnny Somali. I'm so glad he's in prison.
Call him. Go. Call him. I don't give a.
Creepy! Johnny Somali creepy!
In which he also ran to the police.
Johnny Somali stalker.
Dude was literally chasing after her. So yeah, I get that.
Me, Johnny Somali stalking.
At least I'm 80% certain that's the same girl, which brings me shame to my Asianness. But regardless, their ridiculous attempts
they can't even tell each other apart. Okay, I'm kidding.
Set internet relevance may actually have dire consequences, like rotting away in a South Korean prison cell picking cabbages. as it's never the crime you think would cross the line, as Johnny was a nuisance in Japan for quite some time until he trespassed into a construction site, which
Welcome back,
eventually
friendly
ended
skin.
up in his arrest. And even though he was eventually set free, he stated his temporary stay in Japanese jail was much worse than Korean prison. Now,
We're going over this video real quick about some shit going on in Japan.
they might not get this new Johnny on stealing a bike, but some random thing he does while filling time on a 6-hour live stream is bound to get him locked up eventually. And if the most interesting clip he can provide is a Japanese girl apologizing for calling him an offensive phrase, I imagine as soon as his viewership dips, he's going to be desperate to recreate that same drama, expediting his inevitable visit to Japanese prison. As
Yeah, they always gotta one up themselves. Construction sites in Japan are mostly owned by Yakuza. There's a nuisance streamer in Japan that's acting like Johnny Somali. It's another black guy going around Japan and like harassing the people there. You know, making things more difficult for like when I actually go to Japan and I want to be there for the culture and to learn about the place and to experience everything. So I'm getting the feeling that by the time I get there, they're gonna be looking at me like, oh, it's another one of him. He's about to let me arrest him, but I forgot I ain't in Japan. That dude needs to be arrested. Like fuck this guy, bruh. Harassing the Japanese for no reason, just for clicks, views. I hate that shit.
my genuine advice to all of these nuisance streamers is stop. It's all fun and games chasing internet fame until you get jumped by one guy or get sentenced to several months of prison labor, slowly fading into internet irrelevance. So if you appreciate my concise, light-hearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
How long until the Yakuza get involved? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the Yakuza start getting involved? Like, this is a Decoy. That's their name. They're the YouTube channel. Here's the video. I'll share it. Here's the link. But like, how long at half finished work project they start? Huh? I mean the Yakuza owning the thing. I wonder. I do wonder what Japan's gonna be like by the time I finally get there. Like, is it going to be more strict? It's for foreigners, probably. Hopefully not. Watch a compilation of noisy streamers. Yeah.